We formed, myself and two co-founders, Ben Reed and Bob McKay, in order to look at developing systems for agriculture, specifically commodity management systems. And in doing so, we uncovered a number of problems that are really enduring and quite deep in agriculture, that have been around for a long time, and we wanted to see if we could actually use technology to solve, or at least unpack, parts of those problems. And one of those led us to blockchain, which has become really topical lately. And so we've developed up an agri-blockchain, or a blockchain approach to the agri-supply chain. I guess, like any new startup, there's the general challenges, of kind of forming your team, recruiting in new people. It's quite hard when you're small to do that, to get really good and key talent. I think we were quite lucky that we've had quite a lot of experience in the domain we're working in, which is agribusiness and ag tech. And so we were able to recruit a core team fairly quickly. And what we really focused on, first of all, was getting an MVP out for our commodity management systems, and that was primarily for brokers, so the buying and selling. It's the people that buy and manage that process of buying and selling of the commodity, and getting a system out there for them. Being so focused around just that particular goal meant that we really were not so consumed by thinking about things like fundraising or capital raising or investors. We were really trying to limit ourselves to getting a product to market very quickly. So I think that sort of mitigated against some of the challenges that some startups face. One of the other challenges that I think startups face in this country is actually getting a voice out there for what they're doing. So I think we worked quite hard to think about ways that we could actually tell people publicly about what we were doing. And one of the first things that we did there was enter the Westpac Block Hack, or Blockchain Hackathon, back in May, where we prototyped up our solution, our blockchain solution, for that primary transaction I spoke about with the supply chain. That gave us the ability, we were successful in winning that particular hackathon, and that gave us then the ability to talk to more people about what we were doing, and it gave us credibility. And I think the challenge of credibility and being able to talk publicly about what you do and get belief from others is really crucial for startups. The ongoing challenge is really to be able to produce viable product quickly and get that to market quickly. I think Australia is actually a perfect test bed for that. So I actually don't think it's such a challenging environment to work in. But the challenge then becomes when you want to take that out of Australia and you want to go global. How do you do that? Are we well positioned to be able to do that from a small country like Australia? And at what time do you start thinking about having that global conversation? I think that's something that's really important for everybody in technology in Australia. Is, we're a pretty small marketplace at the end of the day, and in order to get investment, a lot of startups are forced to think globally very early. But can they really get there, and how do they get there?